Well, like my daddy said right before he killed my mom, want anything done right, you gotta do it yourself.
And now let's talk about your career. Dimensionally so, you've played such a diverse range of characters.
The very first 4, maybe 5, maybe even 6 times I got a job on screen, movies, television, whatever, I was completely covered in prosthetic makeup. First pretty much 10 years of my relationship with getting jobs in cinema required that I be completely covered, unrecognizable.
Wow.
And transformed into whatever freak of nature that I was portraying. It was like some force of the universe saying, hey, we're gonna give you a very weird trajectory here for the next 15, 20 years. But when you look back on it, it's exactly what the doctor ordered in order to let you exercise the acting chops.
The work community around film was a kind of disparate group of humans that came together around a singular purpose, and we're all united in this sort of passion and love for making things. I became a set rat by default, to a certain extent, because my dad is an actor, director, producer, Robert Redford, and he also felt that his favorite moments were in the community of the people that came together to make film. And so I started as a grip myself and studied kind of in the field more than in a classroom, and continued to develop my love for the practice.
In my 20s, I would pretty much do anything just because I needed to.
Guy's an Einstein motherfucking genius, college boy, fucking egghead motherfucker. He got 4 eyes and glasses, motherfucker. He got a rich mom and daddy who live out in Coconut Grove.
I had to grab opportunities when they happen. With experience, you're aware that not everything's gonna be great. When you're working with really good people who are very talented and passionate, it's wonderful. I will say that Scorsese and De Niro movie was kind of what I wanted to do. If I were to pick one director or 2 directors, it would be him. If I was gonna pick 1 or 2 actors, it would be him.
What makes you great at what you do is that you never lose your composure.
It's just crisis management. There's always a problem that you're not ready for, and everything always goes wrong that can go wrong. You know, you could stress about it and go crazy and be angry, but it doesn't help. You just try and figure out the next best thing to do. Prioritize, and we try and do that, and it's very tricky. Doing it for so many years, you figure out how to walk the line. The big secret is always telling the truth.
I always was in show business. That's why I should have quit school when I was 12. I knew what I wanted to do. They just wouldn't let me. Hey, I had no idea how to make a movie. I just filmed it in order. I didn't edit it. I just filmed each shot in order. That was the movie. I learned from doing it. I learned each time from doing it. And people I rented the camera from were probably illegally taken from the TV stations, were Teamsters. They helped me. They would be up in the woods with crazy people for 14 hours making pink flamingos. It was amazing.
I was learning film while I was making films. When I was at CBGB's with my little camera, I was Abraham Zapruder with my little camera capturing something historically. Like, being there when the Ramones first played is an important thing for me. Look at all the people we were around. I mean, why wouldn't it be amazing? You had so many people in one place. You had David Byrne, and Richard Hell, and Patti Smith. I wanted to be a Hollywood filmmaker, but be in there as an anti-Hollywood filmmaker. That translated not only to Cleveland or Austin, Texas, or San Francisco or Seattle or whatever. It also translated eventually to Europe and other countries. Holy shit, it worked.
I have a room full of statues and stuff. It's always nice to have an award, but when you are in a jury, you know that it's relative, and it's better to have it than not to have it. For film directors, making a first movie is an extremely important thing because they need to succeed somehow, one way or another, with this first film as well. The producer should not be at the service of the director because it leads to crazy shit. The producer should be at the service of the project as well as the director. We need to make a film together and we need to help each other.
We have to be lifted up. We have to be given a reason to have hope.
And that's empowerment. All those young people they're desperate for a better future.
Where's that untapped audience that might need a little bit of training to open their hearts and minds to the story you have to tell? Those are the things that end up having seedlings. There's plenty of different avenues, but you have to do your homework. And finding the people that believe in it as much as you do, finding people that believe in you as a creator.
The more you absorb things and watch like a sponge, the more you're going to learn. You do have to be smart to be lucky. You create your own luck, for sure. Learning as much as you can, you create your own luck.
Let me put this to you as delicately as I can.